Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Game to Misbehave. I am the Iron Ferret, and with me, as always,
the badger made of chrome. So we thought we'd do a little bit of an insight for you guys as to what our thoughts on Ghost Recon are. We've put up a couple of videos for you. We're going to be thinking about whether or not it is any good and whether or not it is worth you buying. And those are the thoughts we're going to share with you in this video. The answer to the question, outright, yes, it is. I think it's a brilliant game. I think it does have a few flaws that need work on, but that's the beauty of modern gaming. They can easily be updated, and these bad things can easily be fixed. But the benefits of this game, the bonuses, the good things, vastly outweigh anything that's flawed with it.
I'd like to add a caveat to what Badger's just said. Single player, the game's not amazing. It's good, it's well made, but I would rather play Far Cry 4. And if someone to come up to me and ask which game is better, I'd say I'd rather get a Far Cry game. But co-op, this game is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It is such an amazing experience. It's something that Badger and I have been looking for ages. It's Borderlands 2 fun. It's really amazing co-op. And if that's what you're looking for, go get this game.
Yeah, no doubt. I think part of what makes this game so strong is the fact that it has such a rich environment that you can embed yourself with your friends. This game is pretty damn good when it comes to making you feel like you're in the actual environment with your friends.
Yeah.
Now, so far, it's just been 2 players, but imagine playing this with 4 people. Each of you are an individual. You get to look after yourselves, because the biggest issue with playing this as a single-player game is you've got to look after 3 other NPCs. You've got to worry about what they're doing.
Yeah, 3 other idiots.
I guess that brings in part of the point. Is this as good as Ghost Recon 1? For single player, I don't think it is, because in Ghost Recon 1, you had so much more control over your entire squad.
Yeah, I would agree with you there.
And here you don't have as much control over what they're doing, and maybe that's just me, maybe it's just my game style, but I just prefer the idea of me being the only person in my squad and going off and doing what I'm doing, or me having to control. Let me rather say me having to control one person in my squad.
Yeah, I agree with you. The squad, your squad in this are not the greatest, and there's some weird stuff that's happening in the game when your squad moves around and they move around in front of enemies and the enemy doesn't see them. So it can be a bit immersion breaking. I agree with you that Ghost Recon 1 had that sort of tactical overview that you could really control what your team was doing and really move tactically into a situation. So yeah, it's single player. I'd say that Ghost Recon 1 was the better game.
Co-op, I think it's absolutely phenomenal because you actually have humans in charge of their own characters and you get to work together as a team. And we've said it in some of the videos we've posted already, but man, it is incredibly satisfying to be able to pull off a mission flawlessly and know that every single person in that squad did their job. Now, like I said, so far it's just been you and I, but you know, some of the best teams in the world only had 2 people: Tango and Cash, Batman and Robin, Ricky Bobby and Cal Norton Jr., Jesse Pinkman and Walter White.
Aren't those narcos?
Shh, don't tell anyone.
Okay, cool.
Basically, the point is, ladies and gentlemen, this game is really good if you're playing it with a bunch of friends. Get a good team, 4 of you, 3 of you, 2 of you, and just start shooting bad guys, man.
I would love to play a 4-player romp on this. I think it would be an insane amount of fun in this game.
Frankie, Sada, we're thinking about you.
Okay, some people definitely like to say that this game has no relation to the original Ghost Recon, right? Even though the original Ghost Recon wasn't an open world game, they gave you a map, they gave you an objective, and it was your prerogative and decision how you achieved those goals.
Yeah.
They took that away from us in the Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighting. As for me, this feels a lot closer in the first one in the sense that it's open-ended. You decide how you achieve your goals, and you decide what tactics to use. And in that sense, it really, for me, brings back that spirit of the original Ghost Recon. So if you enjoy the original Ghost Recon, I definitely think you can enjoy this. Badger and I are quite fussy about what games we play because we don't have that much time. And we thoroughly enjoyed this game. The tactics in this game and pulling the tactics off, like Badger has mentioned, is so rewarding. It's unbelievable how good it feels when you get things right in this game. Now, don't get us wrong, this game's got its flaws. It's got its issues. There was a graphical interface bug when the game was first released, and they took a patch to sort that out. We've experienced some sync issues where Badger and I have had totally different weather. In single player, there's some really curious oddities that distract from the game quite a bit.
What do you mean by that?
Such as your AI companions can walk right in front of the enemy AI, and they don't see them. You see the guy walking around, you think he's going to get shot, and no one sees him. But if they just catch a glimpse of you, it's game over.
One of the flaws that I find is the fact that the AI on the hardest level is like a bloody Terminator, man.
Yeah.
If you even poke your head out of a corner, they'll blow your damn head off.
Yeah.
Which I think is a little bit lame. I've had instances where I'm hiding behind some cover. The rest of my team is there in the single-player game, and the moment a Unidad soldier walks around the corner, he just takes my head clean off. And I think, well, you've got 3 other targets that are way more visible than I am. Why are you hitting me, first of all? And I think that's a coding thing, because obviously they're being told to go for the player rather than the NPC teammates.
Yeah.
That's something that I guess can be reviewed a bit and feathered out.
Another issue I've had, which is kind of related to this issue, is that where you get taken down, your teammates revive you, but a lot of times instead of securing the area and taking around opponents that are around your body, they raise you, you get back up, there's like a half second to second delay before you get your gun up, and the guy that killed you kills you again, and then that's it, you have to redo the mission. There's also some talk on the interwebs that a lot of the stats for weapons aren't 100% accurate, or that they're not quite what they're showing you.
One of the other aspects of this is value for money. Are you getting what you pay for? And the truth is, I think you totally are. Start off with, the graphics are absolutely fantastic. I think that you could easily just stop playing the game, stop playing the storyline, and go and fly up to a mountain, sit in there, and just watch the sunset. And you're going to get something rewarding from it, because it's just beautiful all around. And you can see that there's so many good images.
Yeah, it's a pretty game.
And that's just one aspect. The other, the ability to tell a story, yeah, it's pretty cool. So far, we're nowhere near the end, but so far, I'm kind of intrigued. I want to know what happens. I think some of the character design is a little bit Hollywoodish, a little bit lame, but it's not going to stop me from trying to kill the bad guy. But when it comes to the actual rewarding experience of being able to just go off and do a couple of missions and not have to worry about ruining the storyline, because it's like Skyrim, you can go out and do anything you want. You can go raid this little village. You can go steal this plane full of food.
Go get this weapon if you want.
Let's knock off objectives on the game piece by piece. That is what makes this game worth the money that you're going to pay for it.
With the price of entry.
Because it's a game you can continue to play consistently over and over and over and over.
Yeah, for sure. And for me, one of the other big things is the hype for this game when it first came out was like, it's an open world. You can approach any situation technically how you want. And I was like, because like the Division had just come out, and I remember seeing the Division's trailer, and I was like, it looks amazing. Then I saw the actual gameplay for Division, and I was like, it's not really my cup of tea. So like I was kind of wondering if this game would be in the same sort of vein, the same sort of line. And I have to say, it is what it says on the tin. It's an open world, and you can approach any situation however you want. Use what tactics you want, use what weapons you want. For Badge and I, that's been a very rewarding experience.
So I'd say in general that together our thoughts on this game, it's worth it. Definitely buy it if you have the cash to buy it. If not, buy Ghost Recon 1. If all you have is a few dollars, buy that. That's still a pretty great game to play. But if you do have the cash, spend it on Ghost Recon Wildlands, because it is a hell of a fun time, and the benefit of it only being out for a month is they will keep updating it. They will keep making it better, because it is open-ended, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be expansions and new DLCs for everyone to be able to get behind, because it is pretty damn popular.
So ladies and gentlemen, that's been our thoughts on Ghost Recon Wildlands. Stay tuned, we've got plenty more to come.
And remember, no matter where you go,
There you are.